This may be old news, but Sony has closed another first-party studio, and I'm so late to this news that they actually shut down another studio in the time that it took me to make this video. London Studio was the first studio to be shut down, not to be confused with Studio Liverpool, which is also a defunct Sony first-party studio. You might not recognize London Studio because they were mainly a casual game studio for PlayStation, with series like SingStar and iToy being their bread and butter before moving over to make PlayStation VR games such as PlayStation VR Worlds and Blood and Truth. While the early games are more casual, I don't think that is a bad thing, as I remember the iToy from the PS2. This commercial was so memorable, and how fun the actual game was.
My boy's on a TV.
iToy, rated E for everyone.
It becomes more difficult when it moves from something casual and low entry cost like the iToy or the mic from SingStar to the VR headset, which almost costs as much as a console itself. While VR games look interesting, obtaining not only the VR headset but the space, which I hardly even have for the PlayStation Move, these additional needs add up and in my opinion are not worth the fun but fleeting experience that VR games usually seem to be. But at least London Studio had a history and released some games, because Deviation Games never did, and now they're shutting down. Opened in 2020, they had been working on a game for almost 4 years, but now that game will not be made. The writing was on the wall when they had layoffs in 2023 before its closure now. But looking into all these closures led me to another one, Manchester Studio. Manchester Studio was opened in 2015, specifically catered to VR games, but a game never materialized, and this article showed what is often the case of these issues. Mismanagement and a lack of direction led this project to go nowhere for 5 years until the studio's closures. If you're like me and watch What Happened videos from YouTuber Matt McMuscles, then it's par for the course, with games that go through difficult development cycles and turn out bad because of issues behind the scenes. For all the talk of Sony and their many first-party studios, there certainly have been a few that have been shut down of late. They're looking to be the next EA if they don't slow down.